Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Dynasty Racing League's DRL TV. Tonight we are here at the Grand National Series at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. We are here for 150 laps. Ought to be an awesome race here tonight, half as long as what we had last night, but it still should be pretty a good, fun race. As always, I'm going to go ahead and make my prediction. He may be sitting on the top of the leaderboard. He did an awesome job in our All-Star race, if I'm not mistaken, and I think he did a really good job the other night. So I'm going to go with Gary Cronowit. Gary Cronowit is going to win this race here tonight. He's going to beat out Hesgard when Hesgard and Larillo decide to wreck on the last lap going for the checkers. That is my prediction for the race, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, our next race is actually going to be at Pocono. It's going to be Tuesday, June the 4th. Next broadcast is going to be Monday, June the 3rd. It's going to be for this Pocono series here as well for the Cup Series, but the... okay. Next race is the current series. Well, Martin's messed me up there with that, but it's okay. We are going to be at Pocono on the 4th for this series as well. And our next broadcast is actually going to be on Monday, June the 3rd. I got it. I see. All right. And then we're going to be at the trucks are going to be at Pocono as well on Wednesday nights. So with that being said, that should be a pretty good, fun, exciting week next week. I like Pocono. And our current weather conditions right now, we got air temps 83, track temps 83, wind speed 6 mile an hour, 7 mile out of the north. Not too bad of conditions here tonight. It is partly cloudy. Sun's going to be going down. The lights are going to come on. The track's going to get cool. Traction's going to come in. These guys are going to have a lot of grip. Once that turn 3 and 4 cools down a little bit, they're going to be able to sail right into the wall. And that's exactly what they're going to do. That wall is going to sneak up on you since they got that safer barrier put all the way around this track here. They have really shortened it up. It doesn't seem like 2 foot would make a big difference, but it does, especially when you're driving in one of these stock cars. Looks like Clay Phillips is electing to wait a little bit as Butner has already taken the pole. And Dustin Jones, my pick for second tonight, is currently 4th, so not too bad for Mr. Jones. Let's see if we can't find somebody to follow around with. Mr. Edwards is not doing too bad right now. Let's see what he gets for his first lap. Dysfunctional Patriots, S2R, and SGK have been dominating so far this season. Need to get a driver that's off suit to pop up. Edwards, not too bad. He got 3rd. And if you're wondering who's in the 77 car, you're going to probably be wondering all night long as ATVO has messed his name up. It is Christopher in the 77 if you don't know. But as of right now, Stouffer's got 2nd. Hesgard is now on track. Let's see what he pulls out his rear. He got to have one of them lucky rabbit's foot. I'm sure he'll beat out Butner pretty easily by about a 0.5 of a second. Oh, he needs to gain some speed if he wants to beat him. I don't recall if you can actually pick up speed on your second lap, but if you're going to, this is the man that'll do it. Did he increase? He did not. So Butner is probably going to end up with the pole here tonight as we got, well, we still got Larillo going. So let's see what he does. He's coming out on the track right now. 36 seconds. He'd be lucky if he gets his lap in. Now, we do have 24 drivers that are in the server. I believe 23 will actually start this race here tonight. There is no way he's going to get a lap in with 12 seconds. You waited too long, Larillo. Sam Niederham. I believe my man too. Gary Cronowit didn't put it down in time. We got David Wright, Ryan Hesgard. ATVO's messing up on me. Well, we do know who the pole sitter is anyway. It is Getty Butner. So as they get set and line up, let's see if we can't grab Mr. Butner for a quick interview. Mr. Butner, you got a copy, my man?
Yes, I do. What's up, buddy?
Well, nothing but the rent and the rain, but you look like you sitting on the pole here tonight. How you doing, and how's your confidence going into this race?
Well, my confidence isn't actually fantastic. I know that there's several drivers behind me that are much faster than me, but in qualifying, it just kind of, I was able to kind of hook it up, and it worked out, which is fine. I'll take it. That this gives me an opportunity to hopefully lead a lap. I don't anticipate really being a factor for the win, but I do hope that I can, be relevant for like a top 5 finish here. That's my goal going into it. But yeah, I mean, I haven't hit a 29.4 all week, so the fact I did it randomly tonight is just kind of a fluke, I guess. But we got it done here. SGK's on starting on the pole, and we got my teammate in top 5, and unfortunately, Gary's having connection issues. He won't be able to join us tonight, but we got 3 other SGK. Yeah, no, unfortunately.
I picked him to win the race.
Yeah, no, it just happened. So, I mean, that's huge. That's a huge setback for him. But the rest of the SGK boys will try to run it and get a good finish for him and see what we can do tonight.
Well, now I guess I'm going to pick Dustin Jones to win the race. Okay.
There you go.
Well, anyway, if you don't get to lead this lap, you can do what I did last week. You can wait until you got 6 laps on your tires and stay out.
Tonight, that is going to be the worst. I mean, after 3 laps, I would guarantee you everyone's going to be coming in for 4 tires. This track just chews up rubber here.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way. Well, anyway, good luck there tonight, Mr. Butner. You're going to need it.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Yes, sir. Well, I just drew a blank. Getty Butner is on the pole here tonight. I'm going to go ahead and let this thing cycle through for our grid. And Christopher didn't do too bad. He finishes, he's got the top 4. David Wright, not too bad from Mr. Wright. Talked to him earlier tonight. He's feeling pretty confident. Got him a new paint job on the car. He's not running the flag like he ran last week for the All-Star, but he still has a pretty good shot here tonight in that 42. Not too bad. Now, the man you're going to have to watch out for up here right now, you got Hesgard still sitting up in the top 3. So, Getty Butner gets him a good start. You got Izinga sitting right there as well. And Hesgard and Izinga is going to do battle, and they're going to let Getty Butner get a good jump on him. But he'll get rammed back down, that's for sure. Izinga lets Hesgard get in. Got Edwards and Phillips still battling it out. Got Mike Lemon right behind him. Now, Mike Lemon had a heartbreak last night. He almost won that race until he got Well, let's just say Earnhardt or Hustad rubbed him a little bit there at the end. How he held onto the car, I don't know, but he did a heck of a job. And we got Sam Niederham already down to the bottom of the track. Not sure what that's all about. And of course, already, Sam Niederham is actually pulled off the track. So we actually have 22 drivers that started this race here tonight. And Sam Niederham has already went a lap down. I don't understand. Oh, he's got a connection issue. Now let's see what's going on. And once ATVO catches up, we'll get back up towards the action. Everybody is single file, it looks like. Buckner with almost a little over a half a second lead over top of Hesgard. Now Andrew Short did pretty good the other night as well. Look and see him make something happen in that 54 car. Where are you? Mike Lemon taking a look up underneath Clay Phillips. As they continue to still do battle as they head off down into turn one. Phillips way high, giving Lemon plenty of room. And you got Bill Edwards right behind him trying to take advantage of the situation. Some really tight battling going on right here. Niederham continues to still blink and throw down smoke from a network connection, which is what happened to my pick for the night, Chronowit. He had an internet connection issue and decided that he was not going to even bother to come back in and ruin somebody's race, which is probably not a bad call. As we've seen that happen with Presnall last night. He ended up having a wheel issue and it locked up, or a connection issue, one or the other, one of the two, and it ended up costing him his race. Battle between Izinga and Hesgard. Izinga's trying to make the move. Hesgard's trying to hold him off. Both of these gentlemen are trying to chase down Getty Buckner. Long way to go here tonight, still. Give that move over to Izinga. Stouffer and Wright doing battle. Oh, that's Short and Lovett. Brent Kingcott looks like he's doing battle back there in the back. And Short and Lovett still doing battle. Kingcott was able to get around Sidarius Jackson. And we got the 20 of Zachary Smith trying to do the same. Looks like Larillo making his way up through the field. Larillo started this race 21st. Worked his way up to 15th as he's looking on the back end of Rod Fossenall. Got to the inside of him. Be careful. Get that hospital wobble on the high side there, Fossenall. You'll be going for a ride. Now, Getty Buckner is now being caught by Izinga, who is now to the inside of him. And the race is on. We sit here and we'll watch this battle between Buckner and Izinga. Izinga back to the inside of him. Buckner giving him plenty of room. I heard a crash somewhere. No yellow flag. And I don't see anything on my ticker. Buckner still able to hold off Izinga. Can't keep doing that for too long, Izinga. You'll burn that right front and right rear tire up. You already gonna have to come in around 35 or lap 45. Hesgard just sitting there waiting to pounce. Mike Lemon up underneath Bill Edwards. And Andrew Short. You got Clay Phillips in the mix as well. 3 wide. 3 wide to the tri-oval. Wow, Bill Edwards made that work. Mike Lemon said, I ain't playing none of this. He gets out of the way. You boys can have it. I don't need it that bad. That's what he was saying. I'll hang out right here. Top 10's good for me for right now. I think I finally did get around Getty Buckner. And Getty's got a back door full of Hesgard. David Wright doing battle with Chris Stouffer. My second place dude, Dustin Jones, riding around in 17th position. Just hanging around. Brent Kingcott looking in the inside of Zachary Smith. Wow, if they did not make contact, they should have. Zachary Smith was all over the back end of King Cod as he slid across his nose. How about old Martin Wenzel? Just riding around, 20th position. Says, I got plenty of time to get to the front. We'll wait on these gentlemen to bring out that big yellow. Hesgard made it around Getty Buckner as well. Let's see if we can take a look at this replay here. As Hesgard makes his way around Getty Buckner. Getty just gives him plenty of room. Lets him ride. Now Hesgard's all over the back end of Izinga. He said, all right, bud, time for me to lead a few. Buddy Chamberlain, Rod Fossenall. Chamberlain looking to the inside. It's a battle for 13th between Fossenall and Chamberlain. Chamberlain up underneath him finally. I believe he's going to clear him. And he does. Dustin Jones up underneath King Cod. Moving up in the world. As he gets past Mr. King Cod. David Wright's finally got a pretty good jump over top of Chris Stouffer. He's looking to gain the back door of Getty Buckner. Matt Lovett started this race 8th, worked his way up into 6th. Clay Phillips gained him 2 positions just right now, riding around. Mike Lemon back where he started in 9th, but has been really riding around just trying to take care of his equipment as we do have early pit stops. Nathan Pollard is already down pit road. Let's see if that's a scheduled pit stop or if he must be he's 9 laps now. He's finally coming back out of pit road now. But he is currently being shown 10 laps down. Not sure what happened there as Hesgard leads this field. Izinga looking to the inside. He makes it work. Got a really good run coming off of 4 right there to get up underneath Hesgard on the inside. I see a little bit of fender damage on Hesgard, it looks like. Yeah, he's got back end damage and front end damage. Yeah, Mr. Hesgard, you smacked the wall somewhere. They're slowly working on lap traffic now. I think they'll be running up on the back end of Martin Wenzel. I think it's got about a half of a straightaway on the backstretch to catch Mr. Wenzel. Should be seeing some green flag pit stops here soon. I do believe you can make it 45 laps on fuel. Maybe even 50. But I don't think I'd want to be out there. I say that every week. I don't want to be out there more than 35 laps. James Pandolph in for his scheduled pit stop. David Wright. Just got around Martin Wenzel. Still looking to get to the back end of Getty Buckner. Now I imagine these gentlemen will stay out to about lap 45 or so. Pandolph must have trouble. Yeah, he's got some damage to the right side. He's just now getting left side tires on his car, so he's been in the pits for quite a few. He's got 2 laps down. Here comes Martin Wenzel in. See if we can't find some action somewhere. Gotta be somebody racing somebody. Pretty much spread out though. Wenzel heading out. Oh, let me go back. Looked like Falsenau was looking to get up underneath the 5 there, or Buddy Chamberlain. And there he heads up underneath him. Contact. Hello, I'm here. Yeah, we don't even need the replay for that, but we'll take it anyway. We know who caused that one. Falsenau's going to drive it in just a little too deep. He's going to slide right up into the 5 car. Oh. I don't know. Y'all be the judge of that one. It kind of looked like the 5 may have been coming down. We'll have to let race control decide that one. One point of view, it looks like Fastenal came up. The other point of view looks like Chamberlain come down. So glad I'm not race control. Here's the guard bumping the pace car. Fine him $100 for that. He scuffed up the paint. As everybody will be coming down pit road, I do not believe we'll have anybody staying out. Nobody's going to pull a 96. Well, now Martin Wenzel's staying out, but that's because he just came down pit road, and he's a lap down, so he's looking to gain that lap back. I think Wenzel was 2 laps down, if I'm not mistaken. He is. So he's going to be getting one of those laps back. Check the race off of pit road. Hesgard beats everybody off. Wright comes out second. Phillips. Wow, what is going on with Getty Buckner and Izinga? What was the pit stop times for them? Hesgard got 14 seconds. Getty Buckner 37 seconds on pit road. He must have tagged the wall somewhere as he drops all the way back to 16th place. Hesgard is going to be your leader. David Wright has put himself in a really good position. May actually stand a shot at winning this race here tonight if he can hang with Mr. Hesgard for a few. I think Hesgard, his pit stop was 14 seconds, so I don't imagine he got much of that damage fixed. And Wright's car looks immaculate. Doesn't look like there's any damage to it. Now we got our last year's winner championship contender right there who won, Clay Phillips, sitting in the catbird seat watching everything happen in front of him. And Larillo has made it up into the top 5 here tonight. He'll be looking to get to the inside of Matt Lovett as quickly as possible. Mike Lemon, riding around and through pit strategies, gained himself 2 positions as he is now currently sitting in the 6th position. Bill Edwards at 7th, Chris Stouffer 8th, Andrew Short 9th, and Zachary Smith's going to round out our top 10. Still waiting on ATVO to catch up. I noticed that JP had a little problem with it last night as well. Well, I'm not even sure this is ATVO's problem tonight. There it goes, finally. Track temperature is still the same. Air temperature's come down 1. As the lights are out on the pace car, and we are set to go back green flag racing. Second gear, boys. Nobody spin your tires. That's it, Hesgard. Clean them off. I hope that connection issue works out for you there, Mr. Phillips. You don't need to be blinking out on this restart. Face guard is getting ready to duck in. Hesgard brings them. He's down and away. The green flag is out. We're racing once again here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the DRL Grand National Series here on DRL TV. Hesgard got him a really nice jump. Phillips made his way around right. Looks like Edwards and Stouffer are doing battle. You got Mike Lemon sitting there in the mix as well. Lemon staying to the inside of Stouffer. Now, he got in this same position a few minutes ago and ended up backing out of it and dropping to the back. Didn't like what he saw between these two gentlemen. And he's right there with them. As we got a challenge, Larillo is looking to the inside of right now. He's trying to pull Matt Lovett with him. Larillo and Wright doing battle. This is a position for third. The more they fight, the more Hesgard pulls away. I think Wright finally secured that position. Side Darius Jackson made his way up through the field. He just made his way around Brent Kingcock, who has got a back door full of somebody, and ended up getting took out right there. Let me see if I can't get Mr. Kingcock and get us a replay with that. Seriously. I don't know what's going on. Thank you. It might be Izinga that gets in the back end of him. Let's see. Yep, Izinga tags him right there. Oh, no, my pick, 39. Dustin Jones, nowhere to go. Drives right into him. I told you I was going to get you, Dustin. At least Rod Fossenall taking over the lead as of right now, but he should be coming down pit. Well, I guess he's not going to come down pit road. He decides to stay out with 10-lap old tires. I'm not sure that's the call I would make, considering I made it last week and know what happens. But maybe he didn't watch the replay. Mr. Jones, you got a copy.
Yeah, how you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Didn't really have anywhere to go there.
Yeah, kind of seen that. How much
Yeah.
damage you got? You gonna be able to get back in this thing?
Yeah, I got 4 minutes. I'm gonna try to get as much as I can and try to see get back out there, see how bad I am on power. Not really sure what it'll be like. Take a couple laps to figure that out.
Well, you didn't bring out the first one.
Yeah.
Ah.
I had a close call a lap or two prior there with Ben and going on the back stretch and.
Yeah, I caught that out of the corner of my eye and tried to get up with you on thing, but ATVO's been giving me a handful here tonight. Since I got you in here, I picked you for second, and my pick Cornwit didn't make it. So give us some shout outs, man, real quick.
I just want to shout out to all DPR. The guys been, a lot of guys been helping me out. Still trying to, it's just a hobby, it's just for fun. So, I don't take it, I don't get to practice as much as these guys do, but, any help I get, I take. And, Zach and David and Chris James, they all, whatever they can do, they try to help me out as much as possible.
Well, Mr. Jones, sorry you didn't get second like I wanted here tonight, but
hey, it ain't over yet.
Well, that is true. It is Charlotte. You still got over almost a little under 100 laps to go, so hang in there, man. You might be able to get back in this game 7 or 8 laps down. You might be able to make it up at this rate.
We'll see.
All right, brother. Good luck.
All right, thanks.
I told him I was going to pull him in if he got into a wreck tonight. I was going to blame the wreck on him, but I can't blame that wreck on him. That was nowhere he had nowhere to go on that deal. He was already on the binders. There was nothing he could have done about that. But he'll get that car out there back on the track. He'll collect them valuable bonus points. He's not out of the woods yet, though. It's still a long way to go. We still got a little over 83 laps to go here tonight, so when this thing turns back green, we'll have about 83 laps to go. Maybe 93. Don't ask me to count and do math, gentlemen. It is not my strong forte. As the lights are out on the pace car, we will be going green flag racing next time by. Your leader is Clay Phillips, followed by Ryan Hesgard, James Larillo, David Wright, Matt Lovett, Chris Stover, Bill Edwards, Mike Lemon, Andrew Short, Zachary Smith, and Buddy Chamberlain. Way to go, Buddy. Zachary Smith's there, too. Where's Izinga at? Did he quit? He is off the track and out of the race. Wow. Well, was not expecting that. And I didn't think he had that much damage to his car.
Green flag, green flag.
Well, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it decided to hiccup on me. It didn't take Hesgard long to get around Phillips or As soon as ATVO catches us back up, we'll try to bring you coverage instead of looking at empty track. Murillo started this race way back in the 20th first position, I believe it was. Made his way up into the top 3. As we look at Hesgard taking a look on the inside of Clay Phillips. "16 drivers still on the lead lap in this race. 22 started the field. Close battle going on right here between these 3 drivers. I believe Hesgard is going to finally clear Phillips. Now Phillips is smart. He'll pull down in front of Larillo and just ride right there. Stouffer almost caught the back end of the wall right there. David Wright having a really good run here tonight in 4th place. Got Lovett and Stouffer doing battle. And got Lemon and Edwards still doing battle. And Getty Butner waiting to pounce. Mike Lemon up underneath Edwards. Getty Butner right there. And this battle still continues between Mike Lemon, Bill Edwards, and Chris Stouffer. They've been around each other all night tonight. Butner to the high side. Try to make that pass. I believe he's going to make it work. You do it, Cole. You do it. Way to go, Cole Butner. He got those specially staggered tires. Allowed him to do that on the high side. You got Zachary Smith all over the back end of Sidarius Jackson. Edwards trying to take a look under Stouffer. We We got Clay Phillips taking a look up underneath David Wright. Well, that's a mess right there. And all the while, they're letting Hesgard run away. Hesgard got almost a full second lead over top of Larillo. But we still got a battle here with Clay Phillips, as he is still continuing to work the backside of Stouffer. Love it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Oh, I thought Levitt was going to come across the nose of Stouffer. If he'd have got hooked right into the wall if he had a. This battle is not over yet. As Bill, looks like Clay Phillips finally backs out of it and says, I've had enough. If these two drivers can get nose to tail, they stand a good shot at running down Hesgard. Still right here with Getty Buckner, Bill Edwards, Matt Lovett, and Mike Lemon. Just got the funniest feeling that the next yellow we see is going to be right here amongst these drivers. Love it having to check up to keep from getting into the back end of Buckner. Hesgard is able to just comfortably ride. They are now working lap 20 on this run on them fresh tires. Now Hesgard is your leader, but that lead is getting cut pretty quickly by Larillo and Wright. Now we got the two SGK drivers, Lemon and Butner, battling it out. Looks like Butner just let Lemon go. Like he come across the radio and told him to take the inside and let him go. As we are taking a look here at Larillo, trying to get around lap traffic. They are slowly but surely catching Hesgard. Halfway this time by, ladies and gentlemen. Let's rev this thing up a little bit.
Sorry about the technical difficulties. We're trying to get it figured out.
What are you talking about? Hello? Hesgard's making his way up underneath right. I don't know what JP was talking about. Once everything cycles through, this should be the race right here between Hesgard and Wright. Still got Falsenal, Chamberlain, and Baker to come down pit road. They cannot make it to the end, as Mr. Baker is just now getting lapped. Well, he ain't actually getting lapped, he's getting passed on track, so he'll be coming down pit road for sure. Here comes Wenzel down pit road. Or off of pit road. Baker, who just got passed, is now made his way down pit road. And Hesgard is pulled away by almost a full second over David Wright. 0.7 of a second over David Wright. Larillo looking to catch the back end of David Wright. He's got 1.4 seconds to do it. To try to take that spot away. As Hesgard is still looking to catch the back end of Falsenau or Chamberlain, or have them come down pit road 1. They've been out for 58 laps on their tires. Can't imagine that they can stay out much longer. They're probably hoping for a yellow flag, which I don't believe they're going to get. Matt Lovett's not having a bad race here tonight. He's currently running in 6th position. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Apparently, said I was muted. I'll have to take a look at it again. Wright's made his way around Falsenau. Getty Butner having a solid run here tonight in the top 6. You got Bill Edwards right behind him, followed by Mike Lemon, Zachary Smith, and Andrew Short. Rounding out our top 10. Rod Falsenau finally Hangs it up, comes down pit road. Chamberlain does as well, and that's going to turn our lead over to Hesgard, David Wright, James Larillo, Matt Lovett, Getty Buckner, Bill Edwards, Mike Lemon, Zachary Smith, Andrew Short, and Buddy Chamberlain. Going to round out our top 10. 11th place is going to go to Clay Phillips. "40 laps to go, or less, 35 laps to go." Let's see what's going on. Huh. Well, that moment of silence we had, ladies and gentlemen, for our hearing impaired that we had. So, don't know what happened. Got to apologize for last week's race as well. I broadcasted, and apparently YouTube shut down on me, or OBS shut down and didn't let me know one way or the other. Something happened during the broadcast, and we missed the last 60 laps of the race. It's kind of hard to do this by yourself, and I do it every week. I don't know if the broadcast shut down or if y'all can hear me or not. I'm just sitting here in the room talking to myself, so. About the same distance between Wright to the back end of Hesgard as it is between Larillo to the back of Wright. So as of right now, got a pretty good solid chance that Ryan Hesgard is going to win this race, followed by David Wright and Larillo, unless we get a yellow. I don't even see two cars battling it out. Unless Martin Winslow and Dustin Jones get into it. I believe this race is going to finish under green. But traffic is always a worrisome deal, as they are coming up on the back end of Lovett. Somebody grabs the outside fence, comes across someone, unable to check up. Hesgard is your leader, followed by David Wright, James Larillo, Matt Lovett, Getty Buckner, Bill Edwards, Mike Lemon, Zachary Smith, Andrew Short, and Clay Phillips. It'll be 26 laps to go this time by. We are slowly but surely bringing this thing home. Watch this battle here. Now, Wenzel is a lap down. Lovett is on the lead lap. He is currently running in 4th position. But I believe Wenzel's got fresher tires. And he does. "25 laps to go." Wenzel's got a little bit of right front damage, but Lovett's car looks pretty good. Pretty clean. Wright's got about a 2.4 tenths of a second over top of Larillo. So no damage there. No danger of him losing second place to Larillo as of right now. And about 1.5 gap between him and Hesgard. Now this battle right here should be interesting between Bill Edwards and Mike Lemon, as they got Dustin Jones in between them. Mike Lemon to make that move up underneath Jones. He makes it clean. Buddy Chamberlain back down pit road. Well, Hesgard is going to rack up probably another win here tonight. It's going to give him win number 5. Getty Buckner's got 2, running in 2nd. Lemon 3rd. Bill Edwards 4th. Larillo 5th in our top 5 in points. Martin Wenzel's made it finally on the board into 20th position. It's going to be a really good night for David Wright here as far as points is concerned. Sure, Mr. Wright would like to have the win more than the points, but right now, I'd take what I could get. Believe it or not, Lemon is gaining ever so slightly. But so is Bill Edwards. Edwards is gaining on top of Getty Buckner. He's got to make his way around Martin Wenzel if he wants to try to take over that top 5 position. Wenzel's going to let him go right here. Well, I assumed he would. All right, well, William did it on the outside. Lost quite a bit of ground to Buckner there. Trying to get around Martin Wenzel. But I'm sure he'll be gaining it back. Jumping board. Hesgard here. He's definitely not trying to save any gas, that's for sure. Now we saw him last night push the clutch in. Hesgard ain't messing with any of that tonight. He's driving the wheels off of this thing. Pretty evenly gapped now. About 1 second or more separates each driver on the track in the top 10. Hesgard is your leader, of course. Now who is that? Getty Butner coming up on lap traffic. "12 laps to go." Minus Hesgard hitting the brakes or downshifting accidentally on purpose. Looks like he's going to walk away with this thing with 10 laps to go. As he crosses the start-finish line, he will have 10 laps to complete this race. David Wright to a 1.7 second gap behind Mr. Hesgard, followed by a 6-second gap for Larillo, who was 5 seconds off of the back end of David Wright. Now we got a battle right here between Lemon and Edwards shaping up. I'm sure Mike Lemon would like to take away that 6th spot, follow right in behind Getty Butner. Now you got to remember, he struggled to get around Edwards all night long, and now Edwards does have a little bit of front end damage. And Lemon is gaining on him. It's going to be a tight battle right here. And this is the tightest battle we have on the whole track right now for 6th place between Bill Edwards and Mike Lemon. Lemon's there. I'd use them cars as a pick. I'd get Bill Edwards stuck in behind him. 3 wide. He almost made a pick out of it. Not too bad, not too bad. 5 laps to go. We'll switch back over. See how this thing ends up for Hesgard. Mike Lemon's still doing everything he can to try to take away that 6th position from Edwards. He knows he's got to do it now if he's going to try to take it. Lemon just brushed the outside wall. He's up underneath him. It's going to be close. These last 3 laps are going to be nail biting for these 2 gentlemen. They're battling it out for this 6th position. And I believe Edwards let him have it. Looking for the crossover though. And he's going to make the crossover. Now remember, Lemon got tagged last night. Oh, and he's into the wall now. Lemon got spun out by his Hustad last night. Going for the win. And we are on the final lap. We'll come back to this battle. And watch our leader here come across the start-finish line. As Hesgard is going to take win number 5 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway here tonight. And he has done that. Lemon made it back around around Edwards. Well, let's see if it finishes up that way. Mike Lemon does take home the 6th position, followed by Bill Edwards in 7th. So our running order at the end of this race is Ryan Hesgard, David Wright, James Lorillo, Matt Lovett, Getty Buckner, Mike Lemon, Bill Edwards, Zachary Smith, Andrew Short, and Clay Phillips is going to round out our top 10. Let's see if we can't grab old Mr. Lorillo. See what he has to say about coming home in 3rd. Mr. Lorillo, you got a copy, my man?
I got you, buddy.
Well, man, you started this race 21st. You did an awesome job coming up through the field. Car doesn't look that bad. Doesn't even look like you got really a scratch on it. Walk us through your race, man.
Yeah, I kind of messed up my qualifying lap, so I ended up having to start in the back. And so I was just trying to take my time, work my way up. It took me about 40 laps to get to the top 10, and then I was in the top 5 after that. So wish I had something for Ryan. Long green flag run. I was hoping for a caution. I just didn't have anything for him. Once the night came and we got into a lap or a run over 25 laps, I couldn't really stick with him.
Hesgard is really burning it down. I should have let him get some of that on camera. But thoughts and concerns going into Pocono next week, man?
No, I really like Pocono. I got to get some practice in this week. I think it's a nice finesse track, so I'm hopeful that I can run well there and keep the streak going.
Well, you can't beat a top 3 unless you get a win, and I know you're still looking for that win, are you not? Yes, you
I
are.
am, yeah. Yeah, hopefully I can beat Ryan or Getty one of these weeks. So it's coming soon.
Well, I've been giving everybody the same advice that I'm going to give you. There's a front bumper on the front of that car for a reason. Hey,
Playoffs.
hey,
Playoffs.
yeah, you did say that, didn't you? Okay, well, I think you're going to make it in on the points so far, so I'd like to see you at least have a good shot at going into the playoffs and doing battle with your fearless leader there, brother.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, I hope it would be fun for you as well. Shout outs, man. Get them in, get them out. No, you got them.
Yeah, I just want to give thanks to DRL and James and everybody for putting on the series, and Richard for coming in and being RC. Thanks to you for doing the broadcast. Glad you're back in the booth, and thanks to S2R and the guys. Ben had a really fast car tonight. I wish he didn't get caught up in a wreck earlier, but hopefully we can repeat this at Pocono.
Yep. Wife be coming home Saturday, so I should be back on a regular routine.
Sounds like a deal. Glad to hear it.
Yep. All right, Miss Lorillo, y'all have a great evening now.
See ya.
And let me put him back down into S2R. And I'm going to grab Mr. Wright. I spoke to him earlier this evening. So, see if he, see how he's doing with the second place finish here tonight. As Mr. Wright did start second, started 6th, and he's going to come home second. How you got a copy on me there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How are you?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. You drew up one short on your hometown track, brother.
Yeah, this is a win for me. No matter how you look at it, Ryan wins a lot of these. So to run competitively with him and be able to run with him all night, that's a win in my book. So I'll take it and be happy.
Well, you didn't damage the car. It doesn't look like you got any damage on it.
No, got 0 incident points tonight. So when you can run, we raced a few times, especially after some of the pit stops and after cautions. There in the top 5, we were close battling. So not to have any incidence points, come home second, it's
That's
that's a
definitely
win.
a
It's a
win.
win.
It's
It's a win
definitely
to
a
me.
win.
Yeah.
And that's going to put you up in the points as well. I'm pretty sure you're going to gain at least 2 positions, if not maybe. Well, you're going to gain at least maybe 3 positions. May even put you up in the 11th position as there's only like 5 points separating you, and you finished in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Actually, you finished. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's going to put you maybe all the way up in the 10th position from
I miss every
14th.
third race. I'm gonna miss Pocono next week. So
Oh,
when I do get to run, yeah, my job, full-time job takes me away every third Tuesday. So I started out the season, had some good runs, good top 5, 10 finishes, then got in a bad string of bad luck, gotten caught up in a lot of stuff, and dropped me in points. So got to show my strength again tonight. But what I earned tonight, gain tonight, I'll probably lose next week for missing that race. So I need a win to lock myself in. But that's just can't be greedy.
well, I could be greedy. It's just whether or not it's going to pay off for me or not. It's a different story. Shout outs, man. Get them in, get them out. No, you got them.
Got to thank y'all up in the booth and everybody at DRL putting on this league. It was a great race tonight. I hope everything went well in the booth. Got to thank my sponsor, the Right Uber. It was the Right Uber. Car was right. Camaro was hauling the mail tonight. Got to thank Joey at Trag Computers, and of course, got to thank and all my buddies at Dysfunctional Patriots. Most of those guys are all military. I'm not, and so thank them for their service. Because of what they do, we get to do what we want to do. So appreciate all their service and dedication.
Right. Well, Mr. Wright, congratulations on a top 3 finish, second place here tonight. Look forward to seeing you back up here in the top 3 at Pocono. Thoughts, concerns
Hey.
going into it? Oh, you said you weren't going to be there. That's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss Pocono, unfortunately, but yeah, I appreciate it and look forward to a few more interviews from you.
All righty. DPR, right?
DPR.
All right, brother.
Thank you.
Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I was going to try to hook up on Hesgard's car, but apparently ATVO decided that we're going to look at the point standings and Mr. Wright's car for this interview. But we will be speaking to Ryan Hesgard. We just won't get to see his car, I don't believe. Mr. Hesgard, you got a copy, my man?
Yeah, brother, go ahead.
Well, you started 3rd or 4th, right?
Somewhere like that, 3rd, I think.
And you walk home the winner of this race. Walk us through your race, man, because it didn't take you long to get up there.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I was the fastest car by any means. I think a lot of situational stuff. For example, that first little 40-lap run we had there, Getty got out to a pretty nice lead, and I just way too early to race super hard, so I just kind of just settled right in, tried to find a rhythm, which I kind of struggled with early. And then once the, 30, 35 laps in or so, I don't remember what lap Ben was right there. Ben was faster than I was that first stint. And once we had that first caution, Getty and Ben had a little mishap on pit road, which damaged their cars a little bit, which put Ben behind the 8 ball. And then unfortunately for him, he was caught up in an incident there in the back of the field.
Well, I was wondering what happened to them on pit road. I couldn't understand why they were both there and didn't get to see it on the replay.
Yeah, it looked like, from my point of view, because I was behind. I don't even know where I was, if I was leading, or I think I was leading. But from what it looked like for me is when Ben pulled into his pit box, I don't know if he was all the way in or not, or just right at the line. So when Getty pulled in, he actually hit him. And it actually,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it actually gave the contact, that's rare that happens. It's unfortunate for both drivers because they both were fast.
Yeah, they were really fast, and then he ends up getting in the back end of King Cock, trying to get back up through the field. So, and that was pretty unfortunate for him.
Yeah, then that second stint there, I think Lorello was a little quicker than I was, but just with him and David racing, allowed me to hit my marks, and I didn't have to contend with any traffic. So I pulled away, and then once the tires worn off, everybody kind of equalizes, and I was able to maintain. Took it pretty easy into pit road, and I come out, and David's ahead of me, so I knew that was my shot to pass David right there, and so I used the tires to my advantage, that 1 or 2 laps extra of grip, and we got around him, and I hit my marks, and the rest is history, I guess.
Well, thoughts and concerns going into Pocono next week, man?
Never done a race at Pocono.
I didn't think you did. I was sitting here thinking about that.
Yeah, last year I was in the middle of my
move.
I was moving last year, so I didn't get to do either race. So it should be interesting. I know I'm good at Indy, so I know I'm good in turn 2, and I know turn 3 and 4, I believe, is the Milwaukee, which is very similar to New Hampshire, and I'm pretty good at New Hampshire. So if I can figure out turn 1, I think I'll have a decent shot there. Hopefully it's not a crappy package or something, and we can actually race. But my dog says hello.
Hey, dog. Well, the best advice I can give you for going into turn 1 is back off early and get into the gas quick.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
So that's about the best advice I can give you. And I'm not a really good driver at Pocono either, but I do like the track. It's as closest to a road course as I want to come to. But
yeah, it should be interesting, that's for sure.
All right, man. Shout outs. Get them in, get them out. Now you got them.
Yeah. First and foremost, thank you to all the service members that are watching and that compete in DRL. Um, big thank you to them, and all the fallen for Memorial Day. I got to thank SGK. Um, they practice with us week in and week out, and I was fortunate enough to catch one of Getty's practices today, and he let me join and run around there with those guys. So thank you to them. And then, as always, big thank you to S2R. These guys are my best friends. Without them, we're not even on the computer. So big thank you to those guys.
Well, you're gonna definitely lock yourself into the playoffs. I don't see anybody beating you as far as wins is concerned, unless you just really have some bad luck. And knock on wood, can't get nobody to take that $5 from me. But you're doing an awesome job out there, brother. I hope to see you really pay off for you here when we get into the playoffs.
Yeah, that's the goal. The main goal right now is to get Bill and James locked in. Once they're locked in, I'm trying to get as many bonus points as I can. We saw last year that those bonus points were absolutely crucial. Even the bonus points for leading the standings going into the playoffs was a huge boost. So I'm trying to lock that in as best as I can. Right now, I believe we're at 5 wins.
Yep.
Those 5 bonus points are going to be big. But the main goal of our main goal is to get Ben and James their first win on the season. They're so close. We just got to get them to put a full race together, which I'm confident we can do. We still got a lot of good tracks for both those guys. And as much as I like winning, I do like to see my teammates succeed as well. So try to do everything I can to get them up front.
Now we got Daytona coming up soon, don't we?
Ooh, I don't remember.
I think we do. If we do, I mean, the least you could do is back out of the gas, or at least push one of them to a win. I mean, you could do that much for them, could you not?
Yeah, sometimes I try to do that for Harmon too, and you've seen how that played out.
Well, I mean, I can't say what happens, but everybody knows it does.
Yeah, some of these racetracks are gonna, be famous for what they're famous for. I know Bill had a really good running at Auto Club earlier this year, and we do have Michigan coming up. So
Yep.
I have a feeling Bill's going to be really fast at Michigan, which is a big opportunity to get a win there. And we already know that Lorello's fast at Iowa. I believe he won there last year. We do have Daytona, and we have a couple other tracks coming up that fit right into these guys' wheelhouse. So
I think
hopefully we can capitalize. And
I think we got a Dega coming up as well. I think we got one more Dega coming up as well. So, I mean, still several opportunities to get these boys up in there. But
yeah.
The only reason I'm hanging out a little bit longer is ATVO is completely locked up on me, so I'm not even going to be able to get the rundown for where the finish is or anything. I can give us the top 10, but that's going to be about it, ladies and gentlemen. Hesgard, congratulations on your win, my man. Look forward to seeing you, not next week. Oh, well, I guess I will see you next week. It's right, it's not going to be here next week.
Yep, I'll be here next week.
All right, well, good luck next week, and, I still got $5.
All right.
All right,
Thanks,
brother.
sir.
Have a good one, man. Let me put him back down into S2R. I took my glasses off so I can't see anything. Well, he's gone. All right, let's try to get you at least the top 10 here, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Hesgard was your winner, followed by David Wright, James Lorillo, Matt Lovett, Getty Butner, Mike Lemon, Bill Edwards, Zachary Smith, Andrew Short, Clay Phillips. Rod Fosnall is going to round out our top 11. As that is going to conclude our broadcast, I would like to thank all the members of DRL, all of our sponsors, our servicemen and women, the YouTube universe out there watching week in and week out. I'd like to thank JP, all of our administrators, Martin Wenzel for the graphics work, broadcasters as well. Don't have the list or everything. Like I said, everything's locked up, so I can't run through our normal spiel, but this is going to conclude tonight's broadcast of the Charlotte race, 150 laps here tonight. We look forward to being back here next week for Pocono. Ladies and gentlemen, good night and God bless.